11 years in prison, top ramen, 4 or 5 a day. I used to have fucking headaches all the time. I didn't know about sodium. I was eating that, honey bun, Snickers, all this high cholesterol food. And not to mention, I used to get migraines when I was a kid from the age of 15 to 31. So it was some health going on there. But just eating all that bad food. And then to top it off with bodybuilding with roids.
Right.
And HGH and IGF and insulin that's clogging everything up.
Right.
So it just...
So you think it was a combination of just of not great food and then a time taking...
Heck yeah.
Right.
Well, you clogging everything up. Then I was getting warnings and doctors would be telling me your blood pressure elevated for years. And I'm like, man, look at me, I'm fine. You know, and especially they would use the electrical blood pressure machine. I'm like, oh no, you got to use the manual. That one wrong.
It's not working. Yeah.
Right. and I kept on just putting it off. So what happened was when I moved from Burbank to Las Vegas, my feet and ankles swelled up, was just stayed swole. I'm talking about abnormal. So I would wear compression socks and all that, just my right foot. So I'm like, I blamed it on Vegas. It gotta be the heat, something in this air, man. And I lived in Vegas 4 years going through this. And when we did IVF, I went to the doctor, got a physical, all that. They told me my blood pressure was elevated. And I just shunned it off. And I'm like, but I was always scared of that. I knew something was wrong with my body because I was puffy. Even when I did bodybuilding shows, I would take diuretics. And my left side would dry out, but my right side would still hold a film of water. So I was always wary of that, you know, always scared of that. And yeah, I just didn't take action on the signs. Yeah.
How many years did you do steroids for?
Let's see, when I was 34, I started. 34 to, when did I do my last show? West Coast, no. So I really didn't stop until the heart attack.
Really?
Yeah. But all those years I would get off 3 to 4 months. So I called myself cycling off, and I'm thinking I'm not doing what these other guys doing this amount because I was already genetically, you know, gifted. And, you know, but you had times, bro, that's why that HGH, that IGF, fucking insulin, bro, that's clogging you up. And they tell you, you know what I mean, that hardens your arteries or whatever, what they used to say. And I went hard with that for about, I tried to do like the old school bodybuilders, like do it a few, like 6, 7 months out of a year, then get off clean. That's why if you look at my videos, I always tell people this is not a new size for me. Every year I would do this. I'd be all huffed up, 240, 50, then I'd trim down to like 220. Every year I would do that. And I thought I was being healthy with it. So yeah, 34 to, when I had my heart attack. So 13 years off and on. Till I was 46, 12 years off and on.
Were you using like a doctor to help you? Or
No,
you figuring
not
out
at all.
Right.
I was experimenting with myself.
Right.
And that's the benefit. I see a lot of the elite guys, they always got their blood work, stuff like that. And but still, if you don't get an EKG or a PET scan or those scans to look at your arteries, you don't know what's going on. And that's what I recommend to everybody, getting an EKG, PET test at least once a year. Once you know, when you hit 40, at least once a year.
Do you think there's certain steroids that are better or worse than others, or do you think generally it's now after going through that experience?
Tren is the worst. Tren, Deca, Anadrol, D-ball, they the worst. Well, that clog you up so fast. Insulin to kill you. I remember I tried that down there, died. Didn't eat enough. You got to eat like 1,000 grams of carbs on it. I was about to fall out and have a diabetic coma. Just experimenting too. Don't know what the hell you doing. Don't know. It's all experiment.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people and tell them in videos. You giving data to my kids' generation on what to do, what not to do. That's all this. Even they say they about to start giving military guys roids. You know, and back in the day it was illegal in the Arnold day. But and it's funny. Steroids help people more than anything. But they make it out as if it's bad. But you can have alcohol, marijuana, they trying to legalize shrooms, and you can have all that stuff that actually harm you. Roids help people, you know what I mean? AIDS patients, cancer patients, it helps them. It just when you abuse it, that's when the problem go, arise.
Do you take anything now?
A small dosage. I do like a half a cc every other week. So you're looking at, I do about 250 mgs a month. And that's just to sustain. I didn't want to go cold, even though I did go cold turkey the first few months. But I'm like, I was taking doctor advice that could be dangerous. You know what I mean? Like your body just was shut down or something because you don't have your testosterone level where it should be or whatever. So yeah, I don't do it for big muscles or nothing because I want to live, bro. I get off totally if, they tell me to.
So what's that, just testosterone, is it?
Yeah, just some tests. And I feel great, you know what I mean? My feet, ankles, normal now. That's what I go by. On a daily basis, I'm looking down. See if my feet and ankles normal because if it get a little puffy, that lets me know I'm not 100%.
There's some of these places now where they actually, obviously as guys get older, that all changes and having this replacement is
oh, the wellness places,
yeah,
hormone therapy.
What do you think about like going and having doctors kind of like doing that constant, assessment of where you are?
I see that's big now. I've been seeing they came out with this new thing, what is it? MVN or some stuff, keeping people young. Yeah, they have a lot of new research. I love it. I look at it like this. If we didn't have what we have in place now, I'd be dead. Back in the day, they wouldn't have been able to figure out as fast as they did what's wrong with me. Mm-hmm. By that time, the blood would have shut down to my brain and organ. You know what I mean? So I loved where things are going with science. And ultimately, people, we talk about how bad supplements are, this and that. We living way longer than they lived back in the day. So I was watching this, I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, like in other countries, in Africa, and you got like a crew like us, we go into Africa and live with them for a week, and bro, they got this one tribe, all they do is drink milk and blood. Milk and blood from the cows. That's how they survive. They lean, ripped. They only live into like mid-30s.
Oh, right, wow.
So I'm like, hey, you can say what you want to about, how we eat and what we ingesting. We could live, 70, 80, 90. My pops was 92 when he died, my stepdad. And he had him a shot of Jack every day and lived his life, ate what he wanted to. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just luck of the draw.
Do you get yourself checked regularly now? Have you got?
Man, I just got every test known to man. PETS test. Andrew, he went when we did a video on it. We put all the days into one video. Angiogram, PETS test, EKG, echocardiogram. I got all of those. And I actually got to get my doctor to read them off now. And I just got recommended a great doctor out here in Orange County that's also a holistic and regular doctor. So I'm trying to do whatever I can, man. Live as long as I can. I'm praying to God, asking God, let me live to my kids 40, man.